to everyone. Good evening, good day, good morning, whatever part of the day you end up watching this video. I have something to say. And if I'm on live right now, you got to know that it's burning up my spirit in a different type of way because I don't get on live. I'm doing better. But it's burning up my spirit, and it's been burning up my spirit for a good little minute now. And I just need somebody to make it make sense for me. I'm sitting here in my car eating Chipotle, and a thought just came across my mind. Hey, Shirley. And I just posted a status, and my status was like pretty much essentially stop struggling to keep people in your life. That was the hashtag. But the rest of the message is like, once you begin to align with who you are, who you're supposed to be, people who are not meant to be in your life will fire themselves, right? For whatever reason, we have this crazy fear of losing people, being alone, being less liked. And it's kind of like, the way I think about it is like, okay, I don't like cilantro, right? But you don't see me at the cilantro festival or at the cilantro stand at the fresh food market throwing up gang signs or yelling or, just doing stuff that, it just doesn't make sense. So even when it comes down to certain relationships, if you find yourself bending, bowing, breaking, changing, all uncomfortable, walking on eggshells, and I don't care what the nature of the relationship is, I don't care about no titles, none of that. But I'm just speaking to any place, anything, any atmosphere that does not allow you to be the full essence of who you are. Houston, we have a problem. We have a couple of problems. And I am over it, right? So even like, okay, so I just made a podcast a couple of weeks ago. And it was talking about relationships and dating and how everything is just so weird, right? And a lot of us are coming to that point, we're in between the generation that told you to show up with your representative. And then the generation that's like, hey, let's be open, let's be vulnerable, So it's just this weird spot of toxicity that's going on right now in relationships in general. And I'm just trying to see, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And number one, that question goes to the individual because it's like, why are you okay with changing who you are at any point in time? Like, I'm over the thought of having to walk into a certain room and be like, oh, I can't do this or I can't say this because this is going on or because these people are here. So what? If they don't want you there as who you are, how you come, then why are you there? Why are you there? And people, I talk to a lot of people, I help a lot of people, and people say to me a lot that they admire my confidence. But you know where the majority of my confidence has been rooted in now? Being okay with who I am in whatever room I'm in. Period. If I'm going out on a date, I'm not in the mirror like, oh, what if he don't like this? Or what if he don't like this? That's not a thought process at all. If I'm going to, meet new people, new friends, whatever is going on, the thought process is never, how can I change to fit in? No, you just have to go and just be the full essence of you, of who you are. Always. Always. And that's the fact that we're not doing that is what's breeding all of this toxic energy. People got to help me understand, why do we crave the toxicity? Like, I've met people before who have said to me, you were too peaceful. So I had to stir the pot. I had to do something to try to throw a little razzle dazzle in the situation for nothing, for free. And my mind is, let me make them upset. Let me make them mad. Nothing about it says that. So it's like, I don't get along well with people who move like that. And it's been something that I really been wanting to just put out there. And like, maybe somebody can tell me something that I'm missing. But in what situation, what relationship do we feel like it's okay to have to walk on eggshells? Or what we tell ourselves, we have to walk on eggshells. We have to do different. When I go here, I can be free. But when I'm back here, I can't. So why are you there? Why are you there? And surely there are some people that are saying for the sake of love, because what I have come to understand in talking to friends, clients, people have this weird correlation with love and pain. They feel like they're supposed to go hand in hand. And you know what? Half the time I'm being funny, but slick not. We were forced to watch Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet back in the day, in them school days, and y'all caught up on this. We're gonna drink this toxicity together and die together and all of this. No, baby. It's not gonna be that. I'm not dying until I have completed my purpose. Are you completing your purpose with me or not? It's literally that simple. It's all forward movement for everybody. Friends, family, romantic relationships, church relationships, whatever connections you have, there should always be forward movement. And if you just find yourself wherever you are, wherever the atmosphere is that you're giving so much energy and time to, keeping you in that same cycle of going nowhere, doing nothing, feeling hurt, feeling pain, release, release. And my status was very specific to struggling to keep, because this is the season of release. This is the season of transition and ascension. And the ascension portals they start wide, but they go down and they get very, very narrow. And by the time you got all this extra baggage, all this extra mess on you, and you getting here, and you like, why it's not changing? Why it's not moving? Why are we not progressing? What is going on? Because you are holding on to this baggage. And sometimes the baggage is people. And it's just like, I'm fighting. I'm fighting for love. No, ain't nobody fighting for love. Ain't nobody doing that. I'm scared to lose this perfect person. No, perfect love is without fear. What are you doing? What are you really doing? And be real with yourself. When you know anything in life that's for you, that's meant for you, that's good for you, most times it come in smooth as butter. And when it's aligned with perfect timing, it's smooth, it's there, it's present. But baby, if we struggling, hey Robert, if we struggling, Let it go. Let me see if I got my little box in here. It was funny. Me and another friend was just having this conversation. Went to the arcade and I got this little pale lunchbox thingy because we said we were going to hold each other accountable to letting go and surrendering to who God wants us to be. And it just came out of my mouth again. Let it go. Let it go. I don't know who's going to watch this. You know, I see faces in my mind. I hear names right now, and I'm sure you're going to watch it. And you know me, and you hear me when I say this. Let it go. Ain't no more sitting down, weighing out the pros and the cons. Ain't no more thinking about what this person gonna say, what this person gonna think. Let it go. Either you let it go, or this will be your bondage for the rest of your life. Let it go. There's no worse outcome. There's no worse outcome than being stuck with that bondage that you know God is telling you to let go of. Let it go. Let it go. And the more of us that let go, the more we gonna connect with the right people, and the better we gonna feel, and the better this world is gonna be. Like it's just gonna be a ripple effect. But just how crazy and messed up things are now, that is the ripple effect of the toxicity that we are breeding. So stop struggling with whatever is going on, with whatever God is trying to clear from your life, from your energy field, from all of it. Whatever God is trying to clear. Whoever, whoever God is trying to clear, let them go. And go see about you. Go see about you. Go see about you. And I want you to hear that in the depths of your soul. Go see about you. For some people, it's a job. Go see about you. Letting go for some people is taking a leap of faith. Go see about you. Now, go see about you. Because we all need to be embodying, once again, the point of this all. We need to be embodying every ounce of who God created us to be and fulfilling every part of the purpose. And we cannot do that if we are struggling, if our focus is on whatever we are struggling to keep, whoever we are struggling to keep. And it's just that simple. It feels so complicated because most of the time it's the familiar things you have to let go. But I promise you, it's as simple as letting go. And sometimes if you don't know how to let go, this is what you do. You tell God, God, I let go. Put it into the universe. I am releasing that and who, which no longer serves me. And then you go back and you live your life. And when you live your life, you open your mind and you open your eyes and you be real with yourself in each moment from then on. How this person, how this situation, how this thing makes you feel. And if it does not make you feel good, say that and do something about it. Because it's time. It's very, very, very much time. And there are a lot of us who already know that and who have been doing that and who have been getting it together. But there are also a lot of us who know that and have not been getting it together, have still been finding reasons to stay in bondage. And not just like, I would have more respect for people if they were like, okay, I know that this is messed up. I know that this is this, and I know this is just my choice. This is just what I'm gonna do. At least you know. But for the people who playing victim, for the people who going around being toxic to other people, but because of things and situations that you can change, you are the problem. You are the problem. You are the problem for yourself and for everybody else that you are supposed to be a living witness for. As you going out, doing all of this, you carrying all this mess. Can't even focus on the people that you meet every day that are your mission, that is your purpose. Because you struggling to keep somebody in your life. Because all your energy going towards carrying something on your back that ain't for you. And no, ain't nobody else finna come and help you bear that cross. Jesus paid it all. Period. We are in the mercy seat now. We are in mercy and grace. Jesus paid it all. So ain't nobody finna be walking around here helping you carry all of that. When y'all hear women start saying, men, we're not raising nobody else's sons. That's what we mean. All of that toxic mess. Y'all need to go heal instead of struggling, fighting with people, trying to fight for love, keep people in your life. No, it's all an illusion. It's no such thing. If there's a struggle there, I'm telling you, it's not meant to be. If you don't agree, that's cool. Do what works best for you. But I promise you, if you are not in a place to where you are in perfect peace 100% of the time, because that's what perfect peace is. In every situation, you make peace. You find the peace. You find the good and the God in everything. If it ain't there, baby, you shouldn't be either. And it's the simple things. In no situation do we compromise that. Like I said at the top of this video, that for some people, that could be jobs, something you committed to. For some people, it's relationships. For some people, it's marriage. Soul contracts that you have made. Habits. A bunch of things that we know. Ain't nobody got to tell you. Ain't nobody got to ask you to write out a list. None of that. You know. You know what's up. You know the people. Let it go. Let it go. And because I promise you, we feel like sometimes that we can take on these things. We feel like it's like, okay, and yes, we can be strong enough to an extent to carry things for a while, but that's when you start seeing your physical body shut down. You start seeing all these ailments. You start seeing all of these outward diseases come from all of the emotional damage that's done from trying to compromise who you are always, repeatedly, trying to dim your light, trying to be less than, trying to change to make somebody else feel comfortable. Eventually, if it don't catch up with you in this time, because this is most people in their earliest ages, that's the prime, right? That's the time when we should be really, really just like making life make sense for us. And sometimes that means that we can't listen to everybody else. We can't take on everybody else. We can't do all of that. Sometimes you just have to get you together real quick. Find out who you are. And then come back and be like, okay. And now as I come back to life and I present, I understand I don't take on these burdens. I don't get taken advantage of anymore because now I'm ready to listen to my discernment. I can hear it because it ain't so much mess in my ear. I can hear it because there's not so much toxicity drowning it out. So this is the time. If there's no other time, y'all don't never see me get on live. But I'm on here because it needs to be said. Stop struggling to keep anything. If there's any place in your life where you say, I'm struggling, let it go, move, change, don't do it. Or if there's a place you're struggling, 9 times out of 10, it's God trying to redirect you. Something, just take your hands off for a second, breathe, breathe, and listen to the truth of the matter, because what's going on most of the time in the chaos is the voice of truth being drowned out by what you're telling yourself in the compromise, right? Oh, this is not that bad. Oh, it only happened this many times. Oh, I can deal with this. And now your subconscious, everything that guides you is confused. And for the sake of what? I don't care what you say. Whatever could come behind for the sake of this, it ain't worth it. Not worth it at all. Not worth it. So I'm telling you, and it's so funny because I keep seeing faces of people in particular. When you watch this video, hear my voice when I say let it go. The people who trust my counsel, the people who have talked to me, who know, who call me let it go. And when God gives you the window of opportunity to move, go. Please move. Don't wait till the next one, because I'm not even going to say there may not be a next one, but there will be a huge cycle of time in between that you're going to have to go through this again and learn a lot more stuff the hard way, if you do not take this window and this way of escape. And if you understand, you understand. If you know, you know. But what I'm saying to everybody as a whole, let it go. If it feel like a struggle, and I promise you, we have been sold a lie in so many different ways. Some lies came from church, some lies came from just society, the world, that has told us that we just gotta struggle in every area of life to feel like our life means something. No, no, ma'am, no, sir. No, ma'am, no, sir. I want you to know that perfect peace comes with the grace of ease. Perfect peace comes with the grace of ease. And perfect peace comes from focusing on God, what God wants you to do, who God needs you to be. And I promise you, it's a full-time job. It is a full-time job. We can tell ourselves all day, oh, I'm going to go do this, and then I'll come back and I'll give myself this much time, this much time. That's why you're still struggling. That's why, and people most time don't, I'm not even going to say don't agree. I've met people who don't agree with this. But even when it comes down to working and where we're giving the majority of our time each day, literally, we all should aim to be doing things only related to our purpose. Because even as you're working, you're making money, you still have to be doing things that make your life make sense. Otherwise, you're literally pouring out 8, 16, 12 plus hours of your energy valve, which is only full up to a certain percent each and every day. We only get a certain amount. And you really putting yourself on the back end like, okay, I'll give me this much time. No, there's so much more that has to be done. There's so much more time that needs to be poured into you, to be poured into, understanding God, understanding what God has for you. There's so much more. Even in that, there's so much more to your life than walking around carrying toxicity, being toxic, accepting toxicity. There's so much more. Let it go. If you don't feel healthy, good, whole, happy, if you don't feel loved, if you don't feel like loving on people, if you don't feel like being generous, if you don't feel like you have reasons to be thankful and grateful, You got to realign some things. And if you don't know where to start, let me tell you, start with you. Start with you. And I promise you, as soon as you start with you, God gonna do the rest. God gonna expose, God gonna show, God gonna reveal, God gonna let you know. He's gonna give you peace. He's gonna give you clarity on what you need to know. And then from there, it's your job to let it go. Don't struggle to keep nothing. Nathaniel, nothing. Because if it's a struggle, I promise you, not for you. Not for you. So that's my spiel for tonight. And I want everybody to understand that we were wired. We were wired by God to love unconditionally. All this extra stuff is a very, very, very toxic learned behavior. And when you begin to go within yourself and check on you, you're going to remember that. You're going to know that. It's not going to be hard for you to love people. It's not going to be hard for you to trust people because you're going to be aligned. You're going to understand, to know. Just like it's okay if I understand that somebody is a thief, I'm not going to just not come around you or just be like, oh, I'm going to treat you different. No, I'm still going to offer you the same unconditional love and acceptance I will offer to anybody else. But will I leave my purse around you? No. That's me making peace with the truth that you might be my nigga, but you a thief. And that's how we move with everything in life. We don't have to walk around all guarded up and just, oh, I can't trust nobody. Oh, okay, I got to wait to this and see this before I love you. No, we are wired to love unconditionally. And unconditionally means I love you. If I don't know your name, if I never meet you, if I never experience you, if I never see you, I still love you because you are worthy of that. You are an image of God. We all are. So unconditional love is literally the bare minimum. From there, when you are aligned, you allow your discernment to tell you what space to give those people in your life and what purpose they serve, what they need from you and what you need from them. Being equally yoked in everything. But you got to know you. You got to know what you sound like. You got to know your truth first. And struggling for other things, holding on to people, things that ain't supposed to be there, yes, it's distracting. It's distracting from that. So that's why, if you're wondering why is this like so, what is going on? Why are things changing? God is telling you, yo, I'm not going to keep standing here knocking like this. Come talk to me. Come within. Come pray. Come meditate. Get what you need. Heal. Get all of that toxicity up out of you. And then watch what happens after that. That mess gonna leave with you. The toxicity around your atmosphere gonna leave. And all of that positivity and unconditional love and God love that's flowing into you as you heal is going to continue to flow from the outside. The law of attraction. Watch what I tell you. So do not be afraid of being alone. You're never alone. God is always with you. And God is who you need to talk to when there is no other physical person that is around. That is the call, to talk to God. And anybody who has had a real encounter with God, you know how fulfilling that experience is, to experience God, to understand that you're praying or talking to God and God hears you. You almost get chill bumps. You feel it in every ounce of your being that God is responding to you. And in that place are all of your answers. How am I going to do this? How is this going to work out? Why am I feeling like this? Why am I sick? Listen, heal, talk to God. Talk to God. Silence everything else, everybody else, and especially anything else that's making you feel bad. If you know you don't owe nobody that, you don't owe nothing that much of you, just let it go. That is the that is the sum of all of everything I've said tonight. To let it go. You know where your it is. Let them go. You know who they are. Let it go. And let God love on you. Let God put you in the place where you are meant to be so you can attract what you need. I promise you it's going to happen. Okay? So that is the end of my spiel tonight. Thank you to my friends that are saying hello. And thank you to all of my friends